Let's continue with our message mapping session. Today, we are going to discuss about an important yet confusing concept even for the most experienced CPA developers: context handling in message mapping. But it is a very simple concept once you understand the fundamentals. Before we dive deep into context handling, first we need to understand what are queues. So, how message mapping handles queues, how queues are created, what is a context change, how node functions can be used to manipulate these contexts. Right? Let's get into the session. First, let's look at the definition of queue. A queue contains all the values of a field in the entire XML message. Looks confusing, right? Let me explain the things using a sample XML file. Here's my sample XML. So observe this payload. We have employees as the root tag. Under the employees, we have multiple employee details. So right now we have 2 employee details. And for each employee, we have employee ID, first name, last name, emails. Under the emails, we have multiple email addresses. One belongs to work and another one is of personal email. And for another employee, we have only one work email, right? So this is our sample payload. If I ask you how many times the employee ID node appeared in our entire XML document, I can simply search this, copy this employee ID and Control F and click find all in current document. What we have? We have 2 employee IDs, right? So the employee ID appeared multiple times in the sample XML file. It appeared 2 times precisely. So what is the definition of queue here? A queue contains all the values of a field in the entire XML message. So the employee ID queue will contain 2 employee IDs, right? So let me show you this practically in our message mapping. Okay, I'm going to reuse our previous message mapping. I'm going to click on edit, and in the sample XML payload, let's have this XML. I'm going to copy this, paste it here, and in the message mapping, I would like to create one more mapping. So I'm going to say click on create. I will name it as employee data. On create. Now what we have to provide to the message mapping? We have to give source message structure, target message structure. So I have this sample XML with me, so I can simply create the XST. So I will go to this website, XML to XST converter, and paste my body here. So this will generate me a schema. I'm going to simply copy this and save it here with .xst extension. So I'm going to say source employee data for context handling, right? .xst. So we have our source structure. So my requirement is to convert this source XML into this target XML. I will explain what I am trying to achieve with this XML, but for our time being, I will just copy this. I will explain this XML later. Let's try to create XST first. Generate schema, copy this, no, save it. I will say target employee details for context handling .xst. So we have our source and target structures. Let's use them in the message mapping. to upload. This is my target. Right? So let's look at the structures first. In the source, we have employees as the root tag, and then under it employee, and it has one to many occurrence. So it can appear any number of time in the XML document. In the source XML document, employee ID, first name, last name, emails, and under the emails we have email. Emails can appear only once at maximum, but email can appear multiple times. So since we have different email types, personal and work, they can appear in the email structure, and we have type and value. So this is my sample input XML structure, right? Let's look at the output structure as well. We have employee email export as the root tag. Under this, we have employee, employee ID, full name, and email list. We have only email node. Okay, let's try to map these things so that it will not throw an error. Let's map employees root tag to employees, and then this one employee ID, full name, email list as email value, right? So we have mapped our source fields to the target fields. We are discussing about queues, right? So in the source XML document, we have multiple employee IDs, right? We have specifically 2 employee IDs in the entire XML document. Let me try to generate a queue for this employee ID. Select this, and here we have an option called display queue. I'm going to display queue here. It will ask me for a sample XML file. I will have to provide this sample XML. So I'm going to save this XML as employee data for context handling, right? So I have saved it with .xml extension. So I'm going to use this sample XML here. So this mapping will consider my sample XML as the input and generates a queue. So it is generating. So observe here. Observe here. We have some grayed out areas and some white spaces as well. So we have 1, 2, 3 grayed out areas and 2 white spaces. This is called as one queue, and this one, the first grayed out area, is called as start of the queue, and the last grayed out area is called as end of the queue, right? So where are my actual values? So I have generated a queue for employee ID. If we look at the payload, if we look at the sample payload, we have 2 employee IDs, and what are their values? 1 and 2, right? So if you look at the queue, it says 10001 and 10002. You need to concentrate on the white spaces for now. So the white spaces, white background will hold the actual value. So in this entire queue, this is the start of the queue, this is the end of the queue, in between them is the actual values, and we need to concentrate on the white spaces, white background grids, right? 1 and 2 are my values. So employee ID appeared 2 times in the entire XML payload. I have given this XML as the sample input for our message mapping. So it is telling me that the employee ID, employees/employee/employee ID, appeared 2 times in the entire XML file. And what are those values? 1 and 2. Clear, right? So a queue will hold all the values of a field in the entire XML document. This is very important for us. We will hold on to this, and I will try to generate another queue for another field. Let's look at this here. we have email value. So we have email addresses, and I will try to generate a queue for this value, right? So let's close this, and here under email we have value. I would like to generate a queue for this value. Display queue. Here you can see. So this is the start of my queue, and this is the end of my queue. So between those things are the actual queue values. We have to concentrate on white backgrounds only. So the first one is Rahul Krishna @ company 1, and Rahul Krishna @ Gmail 2, and Sarah Thomas @ company 3. So we have 3 email values in the entire incoming XML file. So is this correct? Let me try to find and click on find all in current document. So it says we have 3 hits and these are the values. So it displayed all the values of this particular node in the entire XML document, right? But what are these grayed out areas? Why do we have these grayed out areas in our queue? So to understand this, we have to understand the concept of context.